Hi everyone, it's Pedro Baez. Today is August 24th, 2025. I am the founder and managing partner of Go for Glory Stable, working with Charlie Longo, our general manager. So just as a reminder, the the group basically we offer people the ability to invest or own racehorses for as little as 1% of that racehorse. Um, Horses generally race in the Northeast region, so New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts. We do have some in Ohio and Canada right now, but that's kind of the main areas that the horses are located. The prices of the horses vary. So if you have a horse that's 10,000, that 1% could be as little as $100. If you can have more expensive horses that are more like 40,000, where that 1% could be more like $400. But so basically, and you don't have to do 1% either. You can do 10%. It all depends on what you prefer. And the group allows you to do something different, different way to get involved with a different type of investment, which is racehorses, which is unique. It's like kind of like owning a sports team. And Charlie and I help you basically along the way and try to educate you as much as possible to help you build a nice stable and hopefully get into the winner's circle and in the end hopefully make a little bit of money. So that's the group. And with that being said, please like or subscribe these videos as it helps the channel. And this video is going to be very short today and we're going to do one video this week because we just came back from Tioga Downs, and which was actually pretty nice. Second time I went there this year. First time was in June, now in August, and it's a really nice place. So it's a great place to race horses. From an owner perspective, it's a great place to like if you're like a horseman to train things like that. They have a nice little back stretch over there where they have horses stabled on the grounds. Not we're different than like Meadowlands where you got to ship in all the time. And they go to a nice casino, hotel. So it's actually kind of like kid friendly too and everything. So it's actually pretty good. So I've grown to really like Tioga as just place to race, but also like place to visit. So anyway, I just got back here late, and so with that being said, I'm just going to quickly talk about what's going on in the stable in general. So basically, we've got a lot going on. So we're quickly approaching the yearling sale. The first sale is going to be November 15th. Monday, September 15th, the Goshen sale. So that's going to be more like a New York centric regional type sale. There is some Pennsylvania and New Jersey types in there, Massachusetts, but it's mainly New York centric, smaller regional type sale. Kind of like first one for us that we kind of look at. There are going to be some other sales like Ohio and things like that in Indiana, but that's kind of like the first main sale, kind of like looking at. We've been there for a few years. So have a few that we're keeping an eye on for that. And by the way, if you want to go to a yearling sale, you've never been to one before, by all means, you can go, and they usually have some sort of food options. You can buy some food, but I haven't been in a few years. But last time I went, they had like some food options, and it worked out. So that's from a yearling side. From a racehorse side, we're always looking for racehorses, trying to get better ones. So we're trying to get more like Yonkers type, higher end Meadowlands type. If they're going to be Tioga or Saratoga, you want them to try to be more like towards the open level if we can, and that's kind of where we're looking. So there's just a lot going on. So we got that. September 13th is the International Trot at Yonkers Raceway. So we will be there. Charlie is basically kind of like organizing it. So a bunch of us will be there. So the good thing is it's Yonkers, so we're getting a lot of like people from Westchester County and Connecticut, and above north of Westchester County and Massachusetts, where it's a little bit easier to get to versus like Meadowlands, where you get across the Georgia GWB George Washington Bridge. So that's going on. That's September 13th. I'm sure Charlie will be asking again for RSVPs. And we'll see. Hopefully we can get a nice group there again, like we had for Hamptonian. They opened up that seating area in the inside, overlooking the track, and usually they have like buffet style food and the bar. There's like a bar in there that's usually They got the bar going with a couple of bartenders, so it's actually pretty nice. Last year was good, and it's international trot, so it's $1 million race with horses coming in from all over the world. And last year they had New York Sire Stakes at the same time. This year I don't think they'll have that, so they might just have stakes races and like overnights and stuff. So, but either way, it's good. So those are the big things kind of going on at the moment. And then with that being said, we're going to quickly go through the racehorses. Not going to spend too much time on it because it's already want to kind of get things rolling here. So first one, Adios My Lindy. So she is hopefully in the box tomorrow for Thursday at Plainridge, and we'll just see how it goes. There's a 2-year-old maiden or non-winners 1, non-winners 2 type race that we're targeting. So let's see if it fills. Hopefully she gets in. That would be the 28th that she would race in her first Massachusetts race on the 29th. So we got to get her going. So hopefully that all works out, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Artist Best, he raced today. He came in 5th place, and he got off the gate pretty strong. The problem with him is he's more of like a closer than a horse that likes to get off the gate like that and fly to the front. So that just took a bit out of him, and that's what he does. Whenever he gets used too hard, too early, he usually doesn't finish as strong as he should. He's more of a horse that likes to kind of just be in it, follow the pace, be in it, be close, and then in the end he'll give you that effort. So when the effort is used too soon, though, he doesn't really have that. He's not really like a two-move horse. He's more like a one-move horse. So he wasn't expensive, but that's kind of like he's still fast and he still has go to him. That's just kind of how he is. So we'll see how it is. Probably gonna look for Meadowlands again next start and just go from there. But it was a good thing he got a check. I was hoping for 4th, just got nosed out there, but that's how it went. Bluebird Time, he was in on Friday and he there was a power outage, like 2 races right before he went, and like the whole casino was out, like everything was out, like because the casino, the machines were all black and everything, like turned off, and everybody sitting in the dark. It was crazy, but it happens. It's just how there was something that went on, I guess, in the area. So the canceled races were canceled, and Bluebird Time, we'll see what we do next. Either we go next week in the same class. Oh, he got a check for $944. So all the starters were paid out. The $8,500 was split evenly between all the starters. So he got a check just for showing up, basically, almost a grand. But still, we got to see now what we're going to do with next week. Whether we try put him in available again, then somebody might claim him. They claim him, then they have him for the final. We got to think about what we do. Do we bump him up a level? Do we not race at all? So we'll figure it out. But that's he's in a good spot. It would have been nice to race him and just see what happens, but it wasn't meant to be. So we'll go from there. Charming Princess, she's in to go on Tuesday. Brett Miller trained her recently, I think a few days ago. She trained really good, really strong. So Stacy Van Huysen, the trainer, thinks Charming Princess may have just bumped her foot on like the stall or something like that, or not a stall, the inside the trailer when they were shipping to Scioto Downs, that last race of hers. So meaning, doesn't seem like there's anything serious going on. Knock on wood right now. And she trained great. So she's in the box. She has a 9-hole on Tuesday at Scioto. Her morning line odds are pretty low. So it's almost like that means it's probably not that. When she has 9 posts and her morning line is only like 8-1 or something like that, so that's pretty good. Meaning she fits pretty well in that group. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not expecting much from 9-hole, but I'm just saying in general she fits well in that class. All right, next up is Drill, but it's good to see Charming Princess back. Next up is Drill. He raced today at Tioga Downs, and he came in 4th place. He was the 7-hole, but it was a kind of a weird start. Bunch of horses were like lagging off the gate and stuff, but he actually left off the gate sitting in a 2-hole and didn't really use that much effort, so it actually was a really good trip. But then in the stretch, he just couldn't quite keep up with that odds-on favorite, and then eventually kind of faded to 4th a little bit. So we'll see what we do with Drill. I was hoping for a little bit. I was hoping for more in that race. But we just got to figure out kind of the next steps and keep everyone updated for what to do and what's next with that horse. So that's it for Drill, and we'll keep everyone posted on kind of where we're heading with him. Nola, um, she came in fourth in her race on yesterday, Saturday, the 23rd, and she basically the plan was to come off the pace, but it was I guess the way it was done was a little bit more aggressive than we would have expected. Like she wasn't on, her nose wasn't on the gate, so she was like actually like a little like well off the gate, and was almost last basically. That's just kind of how it went. We're in hindsight probably wish she was on the gate and then left a little bit and then actually sitting like third or fourth, just the way how things unfolded. But you don't know. It would have been different. Maybe it would have been different if she was on the gate. So we don't know. But she finished really strong. She came in fourth. She was flying at the end. She's really good. We'll see what we do next week. She's been racing like 4 or 5 weeks in a row, so we'll see if she races or if we give her a week break. We'll figure that out. But she's doing great. She's like the queen of the barn up there. Aaron, she trained well last week. She's going to train again this week, hopefully in the box on Wednesday or Tuesday for the week from tomorrow, so Monday, not this upcoming Monday, next Monday, and hopefully it's good. We'll just see how it goes. She fits really great at Saratoga. Just gotta, whatever was bugging her last start, hopefully that's gone, and we just race her, and where she's doing really well over there. So she's nice. Geologic, we will see. He raced last week or this past week last week on Tuesday. He did pretty well. He did really well and exceptional. And we will now actually we can probably watch his race. I'm not sure. I don't believe we did his race. So let's watch his race real quick, just because it was such a exceptional race. So here he is with he's the one horse right here with Brett Beckwith, and there he is. They're kind of gaining speed, and one hole's actually not that great at Plain Ridge. The best spots are like 3, 4, 5-ish, but there he is. He's holding his position. He got off. He's not like a rocket. It's hard to be a rocket from the one hole, but he's doing his best to defend his position, and he's still with them. He's right there with that front group, and he's trotting hard. He's not, he doesn't look unsteady at all. He's getting around that turn with no issue, and he's trotting hard too. No hobbles, nothing. So there he is. He's sitting behind that horse, gets around that turn fine. And if you're looking at him, if someone's just watching this for the first time, you wouldn't even think he's a 2-year-old, because you'll see a lot of you guys will see when these 2-year-olds start hitting the track, and then trotters, and then some of them like really struggle, like stay on gate. A lot of them do, and he's just trotting nicely, and there he is sitting fourth. 27-2, so that's a pretty strong first quarter, very strong first quarter for this non-winners of one race. And those were all 3-year-olds, by the way. Those are all 3-year-olds. He's the only 2-year-old in here. 57-4. That was a very quick first half, and there he is. He goes second over. Right behind that 5 right there, the favorite, and he is right on that helmet. I mean, he is almost glued to that helmet right there. That's what you want to see. That means he has plenty. That means he's got some power. So there he is sitting behind that 5. At this point, I'm kind of like, all right, is he really? How good is he? You know what I mean? But then all of a sudden, right here, Brett starts making this little move, little move around this, and this was great. And same thing. I'm kind of like at the 2-year-old versus the favorite, and I'm like, all right, what are we gonna get here? And he's at this right now, right here. I thought we won this race. Like, I was overjoyed. Then that horse right there on the inside comes up the rail and nips us by nose. But 56-2, and the way he did it, excellent. Very good, excellent. So that was congratulations to all the Geologic owners. He's probably that means he's definitely a upper. He's a better quality 2-year-old than what um, than a lot that's out there in Pennsylvania. So like for example, like Pennsylvania Stallions. I looked at the competition and he'd be definitely like based off of that one race, he'd probably be up there in the Stallions. Granted, he only has one race like that he did like that, so hopefully we can see a few more consistency. That wasn't just a fluke, although that didn't look like a fluke at all, and just power. And but yeah, he's nice. So good luck, good luck with everyone with Geologic. We'll see when his next start is, and yeah, I'm very excited for him in general. So and he looks like a good one. So Just Rose's Luck, gonna I want to keep these videos going. So Just Rose's Luck, she is going to be hopefully racing this coming week. We'll see where it is. Plainridge, if she goes there, she'd have to go to the Open. So she might be more like a Tioga type thing. Saratoga, same thing. She might have to be in the Open. So we'll figure it out. Might be more like a Tioga thing. We can find a good spot for her over there, but which is fine. Where she can make money. That's where we're going to race her. So she's doing great. Going to Vegas, she came in 4th in a non-betting Excelsior race for 20 grand yesterday, Saturday, 23rd at Batavia. And she just kind of followed horses around and didn't really make a move. But she picked up 2 grand for it. So that was good. Her points, she's right below the top point getters for Excelsior. So she's out the final right now, the $100,000 final. So Paul said right now he's just waiting to kind of see if any of those horses don't show up or don't enter into the final. If not, he'll try to race the final. So, but we'll see. Her value right now is as a broodmare. So she has an unbelievable family, maternal family. She's a Chapter 7. She looks great. She has a nice speed mark this year. So she has it all. And so good luck, good job to all the owners who are on her who got on her from a yearling. She's 37,000. So it looks like she might sell for a lot, just as a broodmare. So we'll get that going pretty soon, as soon as we can, and see where that goes. We'll keep you all posted on that one. Mine Hunter, he didn't get in on this upcoming. So tomorrow, the 25th, he didn't get in. Which is they only did one division of the 40 claimer, so he just got shut out, and he'll be back in the box Tuesday for the following Monday. But soon he gets some money off his card, and then he can actually race in like non-winners 5,000, 7,500, non-winners 10,000, non-winners 15. He actually can. He's so good he can compete in those levels at Yonkers. So we got good options for him. Besides the 40 claimers, once he kind of gets his money off his card. So that's my Hunter. He's doing well. Just a really good pickup by us. Moneyman, he came in. I'm not going to show his race. He was parked out the whole mile, and then he still went third over, parked out from the 8-hole as at Plainridge his last start, and he was really good. He finished 4th, but the way he did it, parked out the whole mile and going 3 wide, was pretty ridiculous. So he's good. We'll see if he's entered for next week or the week after, and then his big thing is going to be the Massachusetts Sire Stakes. So we'll see how that goes. That's the main plan with him. Muscle Bart, he's looking for his next start in the 15 claimers at Harris, Philadelphia. Just hopefully we get an inside post. We'll see how it goes. Ship's Revenge, she has a 3-hole Tuesday this week, and the 2 horses inside her are pretty good. One of those horses is the one that beat her last race, and she looks really good. So I think she'll be really hard to beat. But let's just see how it goes. She's been racing so great. It's just she finally got an inside post, and we'll just kind of see how things progress over there. So that's her story, and we'll hopefully she keeps doing what she's doing. She's been a really great pickup by us. And Skybox, Paul he said his right front foot, that same foot, it's still stinging him. Stinging him when he trots on it. It's not he doesn't have a quarter crack anymore or anything like that. So that's good. It's just Paul's gonna basically change around the shoeing to it's called a flip flop. I guess one of these videos I can show you what a flip flop shoe is. But basically, he's changing the shoe for his foot to try to hope try to help the pressure and the impact of when he hits the ground and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. With that being said, it's kind of a quick turnaround from now until Thursday. We'll see if he's going to be in the box for tomorrow for Thursday, or if Paul's going to skip a week, to see how that foot goes with the new shoeing. So we'll see. But that's the story, and that's kind of why he didn't race as well as we expected last race. So that's but we know he's a lot better horse. He's a lot better horse than what we saw on Thursday. He should have been able to be right there with those guys at the end, or get off the gate and be right there with those guys. So he's just got to get him. Paul's working on it just to get him right again. Soho Skyfall, Jay Randall drove him great. He had the rail in the open. He tried to hold position, but the 1-2 favorite was having none of it. He wanted to lead at all costs. Then there was this 4-horse that was flying and also wanted to lead at all costs. And eventually we were sitting third behind that 4-horse, and then basically that horse pushed us back to basically there was a wall of horses that 4-horse couldn't keep up with the 1-2 shot. And then next thing you know, we were like shuffled all the way back to the end. So nothing Soho can do. It looked like he was on the line a little bit, like to his side, and he does that a lot at Saratoga and or in general. But it's fine. Rob, he just said what happens is he gets kind of like wound up and he wants to get out, meaning he wants to start go outside and start flying, and that's just what he does. He just wants to go. So, but he's good. He's fine. We'll find the next spot for him, and we'll see where it is. It's back at Saratoga. We'll change it up a little bit, but we'll just he's doing great. So he's one of the best horses in the barn. He's doing excellent. And that finish, or he finished like 7th place, something like that. He was fine. It was just bad luck. And he was due for bad luck. He's been getting a lot, very, very fortunate with how his draws and stuff like that. So, he's fine. Steel Century's in on Wednesday. He's in like an overnight race at Grand River Raceway up in Ontario, and he's actually available for sale right now. So we haven't got any takers yet. So we're seeing how that goes. But that's the game plan is, if somebody offers a good price, we'll take it. And then eventually, if he doesn't do well on Wednesday, we just might get more aggressive and just say, you know what, we'll just take what we can get. He might be better off with like a trainer owner, somebody who has way less costs than we have, paying bills and everything. So, which is fine. That's what some horses need. So, that's his story, and we'll see how it goes on Wednesday. And the second chapter, he's still training just in normal with Paul. Hopefully one of these weeks he can go to Vernon Downs and do a fast mile. And this is just, he's got a killer family. He's got a sister who's already made $300,000 or almost made $300,000 this year. A full sister, 3-year-old full sister. He's a Chapter 7. He's got it all. The body, the family, the stallion, the sire. He's got it all. The whole package. It's just. Right now Paul's just working on him and trying to get him dialed in. He lost all this time with the late castration, with the curb. And so at this point for me, I'm just hoping to see if we can see a qualifier of how he looks, maybe see a race or two. There are some stakes races that are later, like in October, November. But for me, I just kind of want to see where he's, just what we somewhat got. It's good to always get them some experience as a 2-year-old before they enter the 3-year-old season. So, but that second chapter, hopefully we can keep getting more progression out of him, and then, but hopefully at some point, maybe in September, qualify. So that's the story. But other than that, nothing really new from his perspective. And trying to keep this video short. And thank you very much, everyone. Hopefully you have a good week ahead, and good luck with your horses. And it was nice seeing a bunch of you at Tioga Downs over this weekend. All right, take care.